Hello, lovelies. Welcome to this week's Psychic Astrology. This is covering the week of the 25th of October through the 1st of November. I am calling this week closing out your old business or something to that effect, because this week really is that end energy. We're closing things out. We're still coming off of this full moon in Aries, and it's just like finishing old business. And what I really got, what she showed me, was that scene in the Adams Family with Gomez, and he's talking to his cousin Tully, and Tully is trying to get him to make this new invest. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I had like a last minute cancellation. The moon is void right now, so it's just been like with the scheduling. So I might go through this weekly a little bit quicker this week. But anyway, so so his cousin Tully is trying to get him to make this new investment, and Gomez is like, no, not until the next quarter. Old business is old business, and new business is new business. Like I think he went over just to talk about old business, and so that's what she was showing me. So this week is really, and for some of you, it's going to be all energetic, all emotional, all mental, and so you want to feel where that resistance is because you're probably trying to just let it go. Probably. Oh, oh, hey guys. No, it's not canceled. I have it right here. And this is one of those days of my do your best cup of coffee. And it's a little bit of a strange cup to hold, but it's such a cute, okay, it's a little bit obviously messy, but welcome to the coffee. Coffee. I'm only having like a very little bit of coffee, not had too much coffee. Okay, so let's go ahead. Timestamps will be below. What are we going to take care of on Monday? So today, Monday the 25th, the moon's going to be void for a few more hours. We do have the sun in Scorpio trining the moon in Cancer, so something is coming together later in the day. And, the sun in Scorpio, this scorpionic area of life is the focus, and it's going to be more and more of the focus. So you're getting hints and clues of what will be the majority of your fall going into winter. And you might be feeling like you're in the middle between two worlds. And that's just because you're closing out some other older energies, specifically energies that have been really difficult to close out and really difficult to separate yourself from, out of either shame or guilt or fear, or just like a natural resistance to change. So Monday is really nice because something is giving you a little bit more confidence. There could be even an insight into that future, into what you can expect moving forward, and feeling the positive nostalgia, the positive holding on to the past, which is more security and emotion based, but not out of fear and not out of like fear of lack. Like you're holding on because you don't want to lose something. It's more like something is something you have always had or that you've had in the past that is grounding and it's a foundation. So there's a difference, but something can come together for you today. Keep the plans loose. I already had some scheduling things, so moon's void, and so just go with the flow. Go with the flow with your life and things coming up. Try not to get too stressed out about anything. I know it's easier said than done. Okay, Tuesday, perfect. I got on the 3:30 mark. On Tuesday, the 26th, so we have Venus squaring Neptune. We have Venus in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces retrograde. Let's see, the moon in Cancer is also going to square Mercury in Libra. Okay, so tuning into the energy of this day and honestly, I don't tune into the day itself. I'm not the timing psychic. I tune into the actual aspect. So tuning into the aspect here of Venus and Sag squaring Neptune and Pisces, what she showed me was this big room of cats. And so, hey guys, what this is like herding cats. Here's the thing. It's going to feel like herding cats. Like, and you guys, if you have ever seen footage of a cat, I'm sure you have, or had cats, or your friends or family have had cats, you just know that they just do whatever they want. They just, they don't care if you're like moving heavy things around, and they could possibly die if they get in the way. They're just gonna like whatever is comfortable for them in the moment. They're just gonna like do it. So if you're the one trying to herd these cats in your life, it's just not going to happen. You're going to feel that discomfort of, I want my cat to do this and I want this cat to do that, and they're not doing it and they're not getting along. They're like in a cat fight. There's like this, trying to get people to get along or trying to get anything whatever it is, whatever you're trying to like get everyone on board to do, it's not Tuesday is not the day. Even Monday is not the day, honestly. Now, on the other hand, you might be one of these cats. You might be one of the cats that's trying to get herded, and you're not having it. You're not going with somebody else's flow because it's not your flow. It's just respect that everyone's in a different flow and a different vibration and different vibe. And that's the best you're going to get out of it because you're just not going to be feeling it. And this can really come up to the surface and manifest as I'm talking very specifically interrelational relationships and organizational situations and work, business, love, romance, familial. And that'll be because you have different ideas, you have different ideologies, you have different visions, you have a different big picture vision of how something should go or how something should be done, or even what you want to do with your time, what you want to do with your day. So you might even be feeling like you're wasting time, like you're wasting the day, like you're wasting your energy. If you are trying to like do things just to make someone else happy or trying to just avoid a conflict, avoid a fight, that's not going to lead you anywhere positive, obviously. But, you know, it's going to be that discomfort within yourself or in the situation or in you can see it maybe your family doesn't get along with your spouse or your child doesn't get along with your somebody else in your life, and it's causing some, um or someone might even say something that's just very crass or off-putting, or it's a little bit too blunt, it's a little bit too tactless. Try to someone might be kinda tacky, and it's just not your vibe, or you're the one that looks really tacky because you've maybe, I don't know, had it up to here with something and you just say something or you do something. This is like okay, she's giving me this hilarious story of, one of my Capricorn friends told me something his mother said when another woman came over for dinner, and she asked they were eating, like, chicken, and she was eating chicken bones, and she was like, "Oh, where do I put the chicken bone?" And my friend's mother, very toxic feminine, which I'm gonna talk about coming up. I also have a really exciting collaboration that I'm really excited to share with you guys, but that's coming up too. His mother said, "Oh, we'll just throw them on the floor like you do at home." Like something really whoa, like really mean and really toxic femininity and really toxically toxic, bad behavior. So it could be like that's really aggressive. Like that's passive aggressive, but like super aggressive aggressive. But you might have someone in your family like that to someone else in your family, or you might be like dating someone or married to someone who's like that with your kid. Like maybe your kid is like 4 and your spouse or someone you're dating makes fun of them or makes them feel stupid or less than, and you're like, I don't like that. Don't put that around my kid. Don't tease my kid. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It just might be like kind of like that. So, and with the Mercury square and Moon in Cancer is super sensitive. So just treat everyone like they're sensitive. Don't I wouldn't even try teasing anyone. I wouldn't try joking like in a negative. I just wouldn't do it. Sarcasm is a form of negativity. And I knew that for years before I got myself out of that sarcasm because Capricorn loves sarcasm. But it's a form of negativity and I matured and I accepted that. And so, that might be a day on Tuesday where that sarcasm falls so flat and it just doesn't land the way you want it to. So that is Tuesday. Ooh, perfect again. Hey, Wednesday at the 9-minute mark. Okay. On Wednesday. Oh no, I had coffee kind of blurring my aspects. Okay. I see that the moon is still in Cancer, opposing Pluto retrograding, or not retrograde anymore, but Pluto in Capricorn. Oh gosh. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tense day. This is also the quarter moon energy, because we're gonna have the quarter moon Thursday. You're gonna be feeling it on Wednesday. Really simple, guys. For Wednesday, don't fight. Just don't fight. If someone else wants to bring some conflict to your doorstep, you walk away. You don't have to engage it. They may poke and prod, and they may go low. And here's the thing is that people only remember your reaction. They only remember how you come back with something. And so even if they've been provoking you, even if they go low, even if you're totally justified in some kind of defense of your boundaries, if you do it in a way that looks like an explosion, then they're going to gaslight you and they're going to blame you and they're going to attack your reaction even though they provoked it. And it's just it can get real messy real quick. So um if you're upset with someone and you want to do the poking, don't do that. I know it's easier said than done, but just find like a healthier way to bring this conversation up with someone. Don't resort to manipulative tactics or emotional things like this is more toxic femininity, and we all have both energies, masculine and feminine energies. So, you know, anyone can have that toxic masculine energy at play and at work, and anyone can have that toxic feminine energy coming out at play and at work. So if you're trying to really connect with someone and they're not connecting with you, if you're really trying to get your point across, if you're really trying to do anything, even like at home, a home renovation, you don't want to force it. If you're putting in the USB 2.0 into the jack and it's not going immediately, don't just ram it in there. Look at the port and look at your device and see if it's flipped wrong, because you could break stuff. So, don't fight and pay really close attention to anyone that is, what is it called? Okay, she's giving me another joke that's so funny. Um, how does a mom how does it go? I don't mess this up. Hold on. How does a mother change a light bulb? She says, "That's okay. I'll just sit here in the dark." The joke is that she's making you feel guilty about her sitting alone in the dark and that you do it, and that she doesn't actually change the light bulb. It's like that. That moon in Cancer can be like that and be real. That's a perfect example of toxic femininity, whether that's in any person. Remember, it's we all have that energy, both masculine and feminine energies. So don't just look for that in feminine dominant people. That's like anybody. So if someone's like that, that's a red flag, and that's a red flag that you should pay attention to see that that's conflict. It's aggression. It's a form of aggression. It's a form of negativity. So you'll have to find a way to handle that. You'll have to find a way to handle it. And so it's like a power thing too with Wednesday. So, if you're I would say if you're trying to meet in the middle, if you're trying to compromise, if you're trying to communicate on middle ground, that's the best you're going to get. And if someone else is pulling a power play either like that, or if they are just pulling back and ignoring you to reassert power, that's a manipulative tactic as well. So just be really cognizant of how you're feeling and what's going on and what you're looking at, and try to have compassion for everyone in the situation, for yourself and for everybody else. Um, and pick a better time, pick better timing. That's what astrology is great for, is for timing. And so, like I said, this week is closing out old business, your old business. So that's like old toxic behaviors, old situations, relationships. And you might be in the middle, in between two worlds, in between two realities, where you're going to have this closing out situation where you're whatever you're doing, and then you have like a toe in the new thing and the new situations and the new things. So it's I get it, it's stressful, but oh, mother of pearl, hold on. Welcome to Thursday, my loves. On Thursday, we have the quarter moon. It's in the sign of Leo. And we also have Venus and Sag applying an aspect positively to Jupiter and Aquarius. So, this is nice because this week Venus will be applying both in the square to Neptune and in the sextile to Jupiter. So the Neptunian, two different visions is Tuesday, but then by Thursday, a new situation can open up, a new possibility, a new potentiality, a new path forward makes itself known to you. And, you're going to be responsible for being optimistic. You're responsible for creating your own happiness. You're responsible for filling your cup first. Remember, on this full moon in Aries, there's that T square, something's breaking up and breaking apart. It's like this purging of toxicity and negative thoughts, negative behaviors, and actions and situations, and it's really crunchy and it's very dramatic and it's very like a lot of tea. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of like everything. And the way that we cope with this is to go into the healthy expression of Cancerian energy, which is self nurturement, creating a sense of self security, good feelings within yourself first before going to another person. Do that first, because then it's just, I think it's real messy, real toxic, real fast. So on Thursday, that quarter moon in Leo is saying that you've got to change your mind. That's all. There's a crisis in consciousness on the last waning, losing, and like quarter moon. And so, that path opens up, that path forward opens up, but you have to change your mind first. That actually goes into Friday. But it really like you might really feel it. Like that Leo moon is gonna feel it really dramatically, really. There could be dramatic outbursts, there could be high drama on Thursday. Um, so it'll be your responsibility to focus on optimism, focus on this new idea or this new situation or this new reality opening up for you with the Venus sextiling Jupiter and Aquarius. If you focus on like what you're not getting, if you focus on what you're losing, if you focus on this would be like you're tempted to focus on the past and how things have been and holding on to it could be immature because Leo rules children. Leo rules the fifth house. It's fertility, it's childhood specifically, it's play, it's joy, it's romance, it's fun. So, there may be a crisis in consciousness having to do with your ideas about all these things. And maybe it's adopting a more mature perspective. Maybe it is letting go of some things that this could even be similar to letting go of something that used to be fun and great, but you've outgrown it. And you might not know that you are or that you have, but you are, and you are outgrowing, you're growing into something new. It could be something like that. It could be an ego issue where you've got to surrender some of your ego and humble yourself. I mean, it's like myriad potentialities. You'll have to see where Leo rules in your chart if you have any planets in Leo to get more clues to that. But like I said, you want to practice acceptance of whatever the full moon revelations were last week around the 19th or 20th of October, because this is the last difficult. I mean, it's not completely, but it's like significant. A big last difficult letting go of something mentally or even emotionally, psychologically that you were holding on to that came up last week at the full moon. So this might be you like having to accept something that's just a little bit difficult. Perfect. Hello, Friday. Friday the ninth. So excuse me, the 29th. Okay. So this is more change your mind energy on Friday. The moon in Leo is doing stuff, squaring, but the most notable, I get more granular in the Artigan Daily Bulletin. That goes up at the evening before for the next day over on Patreon. This square to Uranus retrograding in Taurus is bringing it home. Like it's really like you get the new. It's about the new, but you might still have this foot in the old. You're closing. Watch. Oh, I want to watch a movie so bad now. I want to watch it. Um, Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Adam's Family, where it's just so he's just Gomez is just so passionate and he's just like obsessed with life. Yes, he's in love and obsessed with Morticia. That's his, cara mia. But it's also like he's just a passionate man. He's just in love with life. He loves his children. He loves his business and his managing his investments and his family and his fencing and his hobby. Like he's just like so, and it's a wonderful. I love these films. Love Raul Julia. Love freaking Angelica Houston. Love Christina Ricci. What's his name? Ooh, the one who plays Fester Lloyd. Anyway, it's like they're all gothy and they're all about death and like kind of negative in certain ways. And she's like, I'm just a mother trying to have it all, and I wish I had more time to fight the hellish crusades or like something like that. But it's like they are the best marriage that you've ever seen. They're like the happiest family ever, and they just enjoy each other. And Uncle Fester takes out Wednesday and Pugsley to go like, I don't know, dig up dead bodies or something, or do dangerous stuff. So it's like I love that juxtap I'm sorry, I'm getting so into the movie thing again. What was I even saying? What was I even saying? I know okay, let's just bring it back to the moon in Leo squaring Uranus and Taurus. So, retrograding in Taurus. So, this is more change your mind energy. This is more it's about the new new. It's about the new new, and you're kind of getting that now, and you're accepting it more, after Thursday's crunch. It's like Thursday, you might try to force something. You might try to force something that you can't. Or you might try to force somebody else and they're not ready for the future. They're not ready to step into the new new. And so if that's the case, you'll have to accept that too. And you're going to be like, okay, well, I'm doing this on my own. All right. Like it is what it is. And so the square to Uranus and Taurus could actually bring some new opportunities. It could bring, it could even emotionally help you close out of holding on emotionally to a potentiality or a person or a situation or a job or a part of yourself that you're ready to outgrow. So, Friday's a change your mind day. That brings us, oh, I almost had it. Mother of pearl. Hold on. Saturday. Welcome to Saturday. I didn't know when to hop on. Saturday the 30th is the day. This is the day. This is the day that you really bring it home. And that is because we have Mars entering Scorpio. We also have the Sun in Scorpio squaring Saturn in Aquarius. So, gosh, I'm really excited for this Mars in Scorpio. I love Scorpio energy. I love that it's like authentic and just really real. It is going to be a little bit toxic because if people healed when you hurt, you hurt. When you heal, you heal. And Scorpio energy is going to bring that to the surface because Scorpio is about transforming energy. It's about being vulnerable. It's about being confident. It's about knowing when to keep your cards close to the chest and when to share with somebody else or share in a situation. It's about investment. It's about value. There's so much. It's also about ejecting toxic waste from your life and from your energetic systems. So I'm excited, but I'm a Capricorn, so I'm excited for Scorpio energy. Um, Mars entering Scorpio is going to really bring this like laser focus and give it more action. So you may be taking action in a meaningful way that is really meaningful and heart centered to you regarding, the scorpionic affairs of your life. It's going to be really big. But with the Sun in Scorpio squaring, okay, so the Mars in Scorpio is like unstoppable energy. Mars is so strong in Scorpio, ruler of Scorpio. It's just with this Sun in Scorpio squaring Saturn in Aquarius that it's like you are almost unstoppable. You're still closing out. You're still closing out old business still, even when you're like making way for the new. So it's like a little bit of clearing out energy. However, um, there might be something about the timing that's a little bit on you. You might feel like you don't have enough time. You might feel like something is too soon. You might feel like or almost like you have to grow up really fast. Like the sun is our ego, it's our goals, it's our outward directed activity. It might be a delay where you thought something was going, but then there's a delay that you have to work through. I would trust whatever the timing is. So, however notice how you're feeling. Like if you're feeling rushed or if you're feeling delayed, just know that it's right on time. Whatever it happens to be, you're not going to feel that way, but you can mentally, psychologically know that for yourself. So, it is serious though. Like whatever this is, it's very serious, serious timing. So if you have to publish a project that you don't feel is like ready, ready artistically, just throw it out there. Just put it out there and like just let the cosmos take the wheel. Okay, so and you know what? That's really oh shoot, that's really like the meat of it. But Saturday is going to be a big turn in the energy. You're going to start to see a lot turning for you, but very positive. I feel like it's very positive. Okay. Bringing us to Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sorry, that's gruesome. Happy Halloween. I hope you guys have some really fun plans planned for Halloween. Um, okay, so the 31st, and I put this in the monthly horoscopes. That's also over on Patreon. I think that's a night's tier. We end the month high. We end the month on a little bit of an upswing. Now it does kind of, I'll get to that in a second. So on Sunday we have we have the sun in Scorpio sextiling. I think I'm inhaling some of this glitter. Sextiling the moon in, it's worth it. Virgo. We also have Mercury. Oh, that's right. So we have Mercury and Libra trining Jupiter and Aquarius. That's hot. I like this. This is like a meeting of the minds, a melding of the minds. I really like this. This could be great for brainstorming. This can be great for putting plans together. This can be great for um, anything you put your mind to, especially if it's in collaboration with somebody else. That could be where you're feeling like you're on the same page. You feel like there's a nice rhythm. You feel like there's a nice cadence. You feel like your minds are connected. You feel that camaraderie. You feel like this is my comrade. This is like, especially if you guys share like idealistic natures, or if you share the same vision, or talking about the same vision via, a collaborative project, an artistic project, or um, anything at all. This can also be very positive technologically, where if you're working on anything in that realm, in that sphere, that could go really, really well. Something's just running very smoothly. You want to look in the Libra and Aquarius areas of life. Now, Mercury will be on Monday, the 1st of November, covering some old ground. So you want to look at the beginning of September. I think it's like September 2nd, 3rd. I don't have the exact date, but the beginning, around the first weekend of September, something nice, or something active could be coming back around. But this is the last closing square to Pluto. Watch my 10 things about Mercury square Pluto video on my channel. And this closing square is kind of going to be like the last. Honestly, guys, how's it been going? Oh, I wish I had those dates. How's it been going? Because it's gonna be like, this is it, once and for all. The last truth to be told. The last bit. It's gonna be part of the new moon next week, November 4th, but it's gonna be exact on Monday, so it'll be past that already. I'll talk more about this on next Monday's This Week's Psychic Astrology, but it's kind of a big bang. It's kind of a big bang. But at least Mercury's direct now. There was another square at the beginning of October, October 1st. That was Mercury retrograding, squaring Pluto retrograding. That's when they were both retrograde. So this last square, it's like at least Mercury's direct, which gives you more information. It gives you more knowledge. It gives you more assurance. You might have more clarity. So there's that. But Pluto is going to transform everything anyway. So that's your relationships, your agreements, your collaborations, your plans. It's like let the truth transform your life. Let integrity lead your life, and just blow off everything else. If it's not in integrity, if it's not in love and truth and integrity, blow it off. Let it go. Let it go, and have faith that letting it go and letting it be a void is going to be filled with something that is love, that is truth, that is integrity. And it takes a healthy sense of self-esteem to let that happen and to allow that to happen, and to create that happening. So if you're not having faith, if you're in fear or denial or shame or guilt, work on your self-esteem. Work on your self-esteem. Fill your own cup first. Generate your own feelings of safety and security before you seek advice. Because if you have low self-esteem, you don't know if these people around you have your best interests at heart. I don't care if they're your family, or if they're your lovers, or if they're your spouses or your children, or anyone that you feel like is supposed to love you and be close to you. If you have self-esteem, if you have low self-esteem, you will not know the difference of any of the toxic things in these people, because you're giving your power away. Okay. So that was such a Mercury square Pluto thing. So I'll like I said, I'll elaborate even more next Monday. But oh shoot, I think I forgot to mark when we started talking about Monday. Okay. Well, anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna sign off now. But until next time, my dearies, many, many beautiful blessings. Have a great week upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.